Now we'll go ahead to conduct of business. City Clerk.
Item 6A, let me find it. Adopt a resolution denouncing hate crimes and standing in solidarity with San Bruno's communities of color to enhance diversity, inclusion, and equity in San Bruno.
Okay, at this time, we're going to turn it over to the Assistant to the City Manager, Ms. Llanos, for a presentation, and then I'm going to ask after that for Councilmember Mason.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council, and members of the public. My name is Jennifer Llanos. I'm the Assistant to the City Manager and the newly appointed staff liaison to the Heart Committee, and I'm here this evening to present to you a resolution of solidarity. So the item in front of you is to adopt a resolution denouncing hate crimes and standing in solidarity with San Bruno's communities of color to enhance diversity, inclusion, and equity all in San Bruno. I have a very short presentation for you. It will include a short background, discussion about the resolution, and then I'll turn it over to the Heart Committee Chair and Vice Chair and available for any questions. So we'll start with background. Following the death of George Floyd back in May of 2020, the City Council issued a statement condemning the death of Mr. Floyd, and that occurred in June of 2020. San Bruno remains committed to addressing racial inequities. That's for all future generations. And following the incident, initiated the two-part review process of safe and equitable policing policies, which was presented earlier this evening. As a result, the City Council requested that the Heart Committee review a resolution of solidarity and provide a recommendation to the City Council for consideration and approval. The resolution was prepared by staff in conjunction with the Chair and Vice Chair of the Heart Committee. The Heart Committee did schedule a meeting, and unfortunately, due to attendance, could not meet the quorum requirement. And so at this point, staff is bringing it forward for full City Council consideration. The resolution affirms San Bruno standing in solidarity with communities of color, not condoning any acts of hate or violence against communities of color, and supports the dismantling of systems of racism that can potentially contribute to hate and violence. And that would be through compassion, education, cooperation, respect, and kindness. I promised a very short presentation, and I did deliver that. At this time, I can be available for any questions, and I'm happy to turn it over to the Chair of the Heart Committee, Chair Salazar, and Vice Chair Mason.
As indicated, I'm going to ask Councilmember Mason at this time, please.
Okay, thank you. And I just want to thank the Chair Salazar. We spoke before this meeting to just talk about the process. So thanks for the opportunity to speak, and for supporting this initiative or this resolution. So just as Ms. Llanos mentioned, this was initiated last year after the death of George Floyd, and the mayor appointed and created the Heart Committee. And I have to say that the Heart Committee is an incredibly diverse committee, and the selection of the Heart Committee was very thoughtful, and had helped us to plan our United Against Hate last year, and is now in the process of creating, whatever the schedule of events are going to be for this year that we're working on, but also assisted in writing the AAPI resolution that this council unanimously approved earlier in the year. So it seems like we're now coming full circle, where the council strongly believed that we didn't want just a resolution, we wanted action, and we wanted some impact on the work that is being done. And as Ms. Llanos just mentioned, I think that's happening. I think I would imagine that the rest of the council concurs with the review that's occurring right now with the police. So I think at this point, hopefully the public's had an opportunity to read the resolution. It was definitely teamwork putting it together, and I'm ready to move forward with it.
And I think what we could do is, if it's available to be shared, which is going to be now, and then we have a member of the community that wishes to speak on this topic and has. So I don't know if that could be done simultaneously, but that is the resolution that the Heart Committee is put forward that council member has just spoke of, as well as Ms. Denounce. And then we do have a member of the public. If we could bring him in, please.
Mayor, would you like me to stop sharing for the timer to be displayed? There we go.
Sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
Paul Wapensky.
Good evening. I've got a question. I know we spent a lot of time and effort and money on this with the police department and also with the resolution. But when I read the background on the letter that was in the packet, I was kind of disappointed that we couldn't get a quorum in the Heart Committee. It said one member resigned, but if there's 9 members, we still should have been able to have a quorum. I'm wondering why that is, and do we want to wait until we have a quorum for them to review this document before we actually make it official? Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Seeing nobody else from the public, we're going to bring it back to council. Councilmember Salazar, please.
I just wanted to make one comment in response to the member of the public, Mr. Wapensky. And, you know, I have to say that in any volunteer organization, it's always difficult to schedule activities. And with most of our standing committees and commissions, there's a regular cadence for their meetings that they're aware of. And so they can plan ahead. The Heart Committee is an ad hoc committee, and so we don't have a regular meeting time. And so every meeting that we try to call is usually based on best availability, and it has been difficult to schedule the meetings. So we've had a few of them. We have another one coming up soon, but both Councilmember Mason and I felt that it was important to bring this item forward. And so because our alternative was to allow staff to work on this, we didn't feel it was as important to get review of the committee. We did make the draft versions available to members of the committee ahead of time in case they had comments. At some point, I do believe we'll have to relook at the membership of the committee and see if we can do anything to either expand it or poll the members to see if they're still interested in continuing. But at this point, we didn't feel it was in our best interest to delay this. Having the other presentation tonight, it made sense to bring this forward, and so. We hope I think both Councilmember Mason and I hope that we can get approval from the council to move forward.
Okay, any other final comments or questions? Councilmember Mason?
Yeah, and just piggybacking off of Chair Salazar, I'd also say that we had a similar situation with the AAPI resolution, unfortunately, and I can't remember how many times between that resolution and this resolution that we've tried to get our committee together, and it has been a challenge. And I also just want to say that Ms. Denounce can speak better to this, but there wasn't a whole lot of time put into this, and we did not pay consultants to create this resolution. This was created in-house, and it was reviewed by Chairman Salazar and myself. So this really is, I feel, teamwork, and I think that we all supported this from the beginning, and we all supported the work behind it from the beginning. So I too hope we get unanimous approval tonight. Thank you.
Okay, not seeing any other comments. Is there any action by council?
Mr. Mayor, I would like to make the motion to adopt this resolution.
Is there a second, please?
I'll second.
You know what? Take that back. Let's
give it to Councilmember Mason since she's on the Heart Committee. That's okay. Roll call.
Sure, absolutely.
Councilmember Hamilton.
Aye.
Councilmember Mason.
Aye.
Councilmember Salazar.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Marty Medina.
Aye.
Mayor Rico Medina.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.